Hi Aquarius, this is your forecast for the month of November 2017. Before I begin though, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for my viewers, for my subscribers, for your likes, your shares, your comments. All of those things mean a great deal to me. Okay, this is your general reading for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, or Aquarius Moon. It might also be helpful to watch your rising and moon sign. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, where you can find on-demand pages for love, finance, and other readings. So Aquarius, this first week you have a great card. In fact, this is one of the most fortunate cards in the entire deck. So this is a week where you feel a rush. There's a victory of some sort. There's something that you wanted and you've acquired it. Your goal has been reached. Maybe there's some kind of breakthrough, or you've just put in a lot of hard work and now you're reaching the culmination of that, and it makes whatever progress you've made, you're getting some accolades, some acclaim, you're taking pride in something, and it's inspiring you to move forward. So this is a week where you're getting a lot of recognition, attention, you're in the limelight. And again, you're taking pride in your accomplishments. There could be some good news, or you've made some progress in some way, and likely through the help of other people. So this is some kind of situation that develops either at work or home that opens up some unexpected opportunities for you, that open a doorway for you to show the best side of yourself. So whether that's your loyalty, your skills, your cooperation, your friendship, your knowledge, whatever it is, there's going to be an opportunity that allows you to showcase that, and as a result, create some kind of advantage for yourself. You're also going to be coming in contact with people this week that can further your interests. These are people of influence. They have knowledge and insight, and they can open doors for you. So any number of victories this week could take place, especially because you are getting help and you are extending yourself in some way. And so whatever agenda is on the table is moving forward quickly, easily, smoothly, and happily. So this is a week where you're receptive to opening yourself up to some opportunities. And it's important that you draw on your intuition to guide you, and in some cases, perhaps move in a new direction. Now, this is a week of teamwork. Again, give and take in relationships. And so if you're resisting getting assistance or advice that might help you, you're not going to feel as happy about your accomplishments this week. In fact, this can be a card of arrogance, somebody thinking that they know all of the answers, or they're lording their achievements over others. And because you're getting so much attention and it feels great, of course, you may exploit your charisma. You may be turning it on according to the situation, on and off like water. So for those of you who are not taking advantage of this energy or using it constructively, you may not make the advances that you're hoping for, or they could be delayed, or maybe they're just not what you thought they would be. And also, don't allow any doubt or lack of confidence to hold you back, because this could be a week, if that's the case, where you're questioning what you're doing. Maybe something is not moving as quickly as you'd hoped, and you feel a sense of failure about that. Maybe something was going so well, but it only lasted a very short time. So now you feel apprehensive. You may even feel betrayed by a situation. But it could just be that, again, there's a delay, or if you were being unrealistic, the benefits of what you were doing were not what you had anticipated. Now, the second week, you have a major card, the Empress. So some of you are coming in contact with an important maternal figure, or maybe some of you, there's recognition that, maybe you were trying to have a baby and that's going to take place. You recognize that either you or your partner is pregnant. Some of you, this is a very important woman in your life. Could be a wife, or could be a girlfriend, could just be some woman that holds some measure of power and importance. For some of you, this is a project, but this is a week of giving birth to something, whether that is new relationships, new ideas, new concepts, new projects, new endeavors. And so there could be people from last week that give you the ability to give birth to something. This is a week that focuses on fruitfulness, having abundance in your life, creating prosperity, nurturing, sharing and giving, love. So you're looking for harmony in your life this week, and you're focused on what brings you personal success and personal happiness. There's also a focus on the earthly, more sensual side of life and the things that bring pleasure, whether that's food, time in nature, intimacy, sexuality, luxury, relationships, whatever it is that brings about pleasure for you. Could even just be creating a beautiful home, a beautiful atmosphere for yourself. But this is a week where there is a strong willingness to help others. And again, last week said that that was your key to success, your willingness to work as a team. And so this is a week where you're nurturing something, some kind of endeavor that is important to you. You're trying to bring life to something, whether physically or metaphorically. And know that this is also a lucky week. There's luck, there's opportunity. This is a week where your talents can grow if you put in effort. If you're doing your best, if you're enthusiastic, if you believe in what you're doing, then you are likely to succeed. This is also going to be a week where things improve for you. Your sense of tact, diplomacy, your charm, the better side of yourself that enables you to improve your communication and open up new doorways to make new connections or improve the ones you're already in. But again, it takes effort on your part. This is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of attraction. But the law of attraction is not just that we sit and wait for something to come to us. It's that we create the proper atmosphere in order to attract something. So you have a hand in the situation as well. So putting in practical effort is important. This is a week where it's a feel-good week if you allow it to be. If you're comfortable with you, yourself, your finances, your relationships, you're at ease. And so you naturally attract other people. People want to help you. But if you are lacking confidence and you're hesitant, you're questioning yourself, you may overcompensate. And in the process, you open up for yourself to be abused in some way. People take advantage of your generosity, your goodwill, or you don't believe in yourself and you place yourself in a situation that's self-defeating in some way. So this is about focusing on your happiness and pleasure, but not getting lost simply in that, being overly indulgent. So this is a week to be mindful of extremes in any direction, whether doing too much of something and getting lost in the hedonism of that, whatever that is, food, drinking, sex, working out, or going the opposite way, where you're not motivated to get up and move toward it. You want it, yeah, but what does it take to get there? So there could be some apathy, something that comes back to reflect poorly on your reputation or keeps you from meeting your goal. This is a week where know that you are giving birth. There may be a gestation period for something, and things take time to grow. So even though you're not actually there, you're moving toward your goal. This is a week where it's important to be diplomatic, and in some cases you may have to be you may have to put in extra effort to be diplomatic. You're going to have to come up with some effective strategies that help you meet your goals. Even if they're small leaps, those are going to make a big difference for you later on. In some cases, there's something that you want to accomplish. Again, if you have any kind of doubt or apprehension, what may be important is taking a short break, taking a time out, getting your perspective, getting clear on something, rejuvenating yourself in some way, and renewing that enthusiasm in what you're doing. Because there may be something that you are ready to give up on, but if you just recharge, you regain your confidence. Again, this is about not being apathetic and unmotivated to achieve your goals. This may have to do with the past in some way. Maybe, something in your ancestry, your history, or for some of you, you are getting some spirit messages. So it's important to tap into that intuition. For others of you, there's something passing on, whether that is, again, physical or metaphorically. You may be mourning letting go of something. Now, the third week, another major card. And so, again, the middle of the month is going to be very important for you. This is a card about the establishment, as it were. It's what we agree, consensually as what is appropriate. What is the guideline? What is the prescribed action? So for some of you, it could be important to follow conventional wisdom this week. For others of you, there's some connection to a ceremony, something official. Now, somebody may be getting married. So there could be a marriage agreement that is in focus. Or perhaps there's something tied to knowledge and somebody's passing on that knowledge. It could be sacred or occult wisdom. For some of you, this is going to tie to maybe, the arbitration. It could be counseling or attorneys or consultants in some way. Something traditional this week. So for some of you, the focus is how committed someone is, how committed you are, another person is, how serious are they in their intention? What is the belief system that's driving a situation? So this is a week about doing what is expected and following the rules, following tradition or convention. And there may be, some morality attached to a situation. Perhaps some of you, again, are getting counsel, some kind of professional advice. Maybe you're dealing with people who are authorities in something. Could be teaching or just established codes of behavior. Some doctrine that's organized like religion or an institution of some sort. Something where there is a structured environment. Now, this card says one of two things. If you are working on a project or something that you're trying to give life to, it could be that somebody's going to open up a door for you and you're going to find yourself in a very creative, highly productive time period. For others of you, this is about recognizing someone's authority or what you should be doing or what is expected of you to do. And so again, this is either going to be very, highly productive, or there are going to be some situations that connect to some repercussions for you. And this is going to be a period where you feel a lot of drama in your life. This week, things are going to kick up a notch, whether professionally, in your family life, in your romantic life. You're going to face some challenges. Now, on the one hand, those could be very exciting, very intriguing. But on the other hand, it's going to be very demanding. A lot is going to be expected of either you or another person. And so this is a week to, again, choose who you're connecting to wisely so that you don't make a mistake that costs you. So your lovers, your partners, your associates, your friends, Be very careful in those connections, because this card can be a warning of, again, some kind of drama, controversy, or scandal. And, there could be some rumors or accusations flying around that may or may not involve you. And you're going to find it very difficult to remove yourself from a situation. Now, perhaps, in the positive, if this is a project or getting some advice or counsel, the focus is on your self-expression, being in the spotlight, letting yourself shine, your creativity and your confidence surrounding that. But in other cases, this is about not doing what's expected because somebody is oblivious or self-absorbed. So you may feel very discouraged by a situation, especially if it failed to live up to your expectations. And it could be that somebody was not following through on something. There were too many inconsistencies. Somebody making a promise, not delivering. Somebody showing up late with too little or as an afterthought. So something about your behavior or your communication may reflect poorly on you and give you a setback professionally or in your personal life. And it could center around some financial issues. Maybe money is always a source of concern for you. Or maybe this is the person that you're dealing with. This is a week where, again, you have to listen to your intuition and the suggestions and advice of other people who can improve things for you. Because if you are resistant to that, you may find yourself becoming vulnerable through some reckless behavior. Before you even know it, you find yourself in harm's way without even realizing. So this is a week to be mindful of what the facts are and to double check those facts before you make your decisions. Now, this is a week where in the positive, it's going to be very easy for you to be focused. That's why you can be highly productive this week. And you're willing to compromise. You're a team player. And so you can relate to the other person. You can see things through their eyes. And it allows you to strengthen some of those bonds. And in other cases where you recognize where the other person is coming from, it allows you to simplify those connections. But for some of you, the stronger your attraction to someone or the greater your irritation is, you may convince yourself that whatever you do is okay because you're just trying to get to that goal line. So the ends will justify the means, and in the process, again, it may create something negative for you or someone that you're with. Now, the last week you have this Knight of Cups, and because we're ending on a court card, it's likely that situations rest in the hands of someone else. This could be a water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, or just the traits of this Knight. And this week may center around being idealistic, being creative. And again, especially if you're working on some kind of project. For others of you, this is going to be a week that is connected to the emotional, the psychological. So some of you may have contact with psychologists or therapists or counselors. If you're involved in something creative, this could be a week where you're connecting to artists or artistic people who are trying to bring a creative vision about. For others of you, this may involve a lover and how committed that lover is. This is somebody who's very seductive. They can tempt you in some way. It's your ideal partner. Some of you, this is going to connect to mediating something. Whatever it is, there's a lot of coming and going related to emotional matters. Now, for some of you, this is going to be a social week of visits, of invitations, of offers, of proposals. There's, unions, alliances, new relationships. So there's something in the offing. But there's an element of doing what's expected in connection to some type of agreement. In the positive, that's happening. In the negative, there's some drama surrounding an agreement and perhaps somebody not living up to it. So this night in the negative can indicate some kind of deception or fraud or duplicity or cheating, or whether somebody is in compliance with something. This is a night that has a talent for either bringing others together in unity, but he could equally create dissension among people. So again, we have this two side, whether you're working with others as a team or you're being uncooperative and resistant. Now, whatever it is, this is a week where your emotions are running high and you're likely to feel whatever you're feeling more quickly than you expected or even intended to. But on the other hand, either you or somebody that you want to connect to is not being totally honest. Somebody is not putting everything out there. Now, this may tie to your dream, some dream that you have, whether that's a project or to develop a relationship, some aspiration, or you're going to realize this week that you've been totally unrealistic. This night, if you're using your intuition, can help you use that intuition to psychologically attract to yourself what you want, that object of desire. Or if necessary, if you're in competition or there's some kind of drama taking place, this night can also help you beat out the competition. You can outwit your opponent in some way. Now, the underlying energy is the Moon card. So for some of you, there is a strong tie to a water sign person, either a Cancer or a Pisces, but this could also, the Knight of Cups could have been a Scorpio. Whatever it is, this is water energy, a lot of emotion and a lot of connection to the past, your past conditioning, your past belief. But the Moon also speaks of change and fluctuation. So your conditions are fluctuating. It could be, your financial conditions are fluctuating. Could be you're traveling. Could be you're on an emotional up and down. Now, for some of you, this is again related to mother or children, or romance in some way, or being artistic or creative, or tapping into the emotional, the psychological. So you may be having some kind of breakthrough psychologically or emotionally this month. Whatever it is, it's being driven by something deep within you. Something connected to your instincts, your subconscious, the things that are hidden inside of you. Now, if this is a project in the positive, this is your imagination, your dreams, your visions, that's growing, and you're tapping into that in order to create something. But in the negative, these are strong emotions that are taking over: fear, uncertainty, insecurity, doubt, indecision. And there's likely to be something that you don't see coming, something unforeseen, something unpredictable that smacks of negativity or danger or depression, or ways in which you have undermined your own success and happiness. Whatever it is, something about this month, things are not what they appear. And you're going to have to take a really close look at a situation, your circumstances, yourself, your relationships, and it's going to be important for you to be entirely truthful, brutally so. Now, this is a very intuitive month where you feel a deep connection to other people. They may not even say anything, but you already know what's on their mind, or even if you're not in the same place with another person, you sense what's going on with them. And you may feel some distress. You may feel some anxiety because you already know on an intuitive level, somebody's going to say something. You're going to get some bad news, something that you didn't want to hear. And it may be about somebody that you know or from somebody that you know. And this is going to affect you physically. This is going to be a month where you're prone to ailments that you are kind of mysterious, or nervous upsets, or digestive issues. And it's all directly related to the stress that you're under. This is also about your emotions and how connected you are. How much do you need that validation from another person? How much do you need them to need you or want you? And that's affecting how you feel about yourself. You're dependent on this person's love, affection, or attention, and it leaves you vulnerable to feeling criticized or less than. What you need to do this month is, again, take some time throughout the month to recharge yourself, to find what it is that makes you happy, that gives you pleasure, and relax. Don't take it all so seriously. Find something that you enjoy, and you may be receiving some messages from your spirit guides. Those solutions may pop up when you least expect, but only when your mind is still, when you're in a state of peace and tranquility. And this, if you're taking some time out to nurture yourself, and the moon is all about nurturance, even the food that you put in your body, this is going to keep you from taking your frustration out on other people. Now, the moon is all about also, again, what is hidden, what you hide from others, what's hidden from you, what you hide from yourself. So you have to really focus on where you are deceiving yourself, whether that's in your work, your health, or your relationships, because you may be keeping a cycle going that feeds on your fear, your anger, your doubt, your lack of confidence, and it's making you close that door to opportunity that could bring some changes. Again, not listening to advice or suggestions that could improve your life. Anything that's been hidden this month, either on your part or that of others, is going to come to the light this month. And that may be a good thing. Now, what you need to do is not allow yourself to get emotionally overwhelmed. Don't fall prey to depression or letting your insecurities get the better of you. If you have financial issues, and again, the Hierophant says that probably you may have some continuing financial concerns, don't preoccupy yourself with that. Or if you're dealing with something emotional, don't let that take over, because that's working against you. It's counterproductive. You're manifesting and drawing to yourself that which you want to avoid. And also, the moon has escapist tendencies. This is a month for you to be vigilant. Whatever it is that you're facing, it's important that you deal with it, because the downfall for this card is avoidance, escape, not facing something, not dealing with it. Now, this is going to be an emotional month for you, and you're likely going to be dealing with tying up some loose ends, dealing with some things from the past, maybe some things coming up, some secrets being revealed, loose ends that need to be addressed. And you're going to be doing a lot of thinking, contemplating. Maybe you're getting some advice. Maybe you're coming up with ideas, with another person. And it's also going to be important where you keep your mood level, what your mindset is, what your thinking is, how you react and respond to situations. And you have 3 major cards. So this is going to be a very significant month for you, emotionally and or spiritually. Now, there could be some issues with communication this month. Maybe there's a lack of communication, or somebody's being illogical or irrational. For some of you, this is a focus on something creative, perhaps a business or endeavor that you're pursuing, and it's slowly building. You're gaining a reputation based on your creativity as well as your credibility. For others of you, this is about, feeling as if you're in a place of safety where risk can be managed, where it can be controlled. Again, a structured environment as indicated by the Hierophant card. For some of you, there's a need to control the environment, perhaps to the degree that it's almost like obsessive compulsive behavior. There's also a focus on your sensibilities and your sensual awareness. So for some of you, you're in a comfort zone and you're not really going anywhere. There's not a lot of movement, but sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes you need that comfort zone. So that's where you are. All right, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And of course, you can always book a personal reading at thealchemistastrologer.com.